balls and pucks and sticks. That's all I got. Yeah, so the NBA Game 7s have come and gone. The NHL Game 7s of the first round have come and gone. Dallas advanced. The Warriors advanced. The Nuggets advanced. All that good stuff. The Jets advanced with a crazy Game 7 win. What a game-tying goal at home with, 1.6 seconds left. And they eliminate their first-round opponent, the St. Louis Blues. So that's old news. Then currently, we got some games 1s and 2s and 3s happening. We have NBA blowouts. The Thunder in Game 2 bounced back against the Nuggets, won by like 40+. And then last night, the Nuggets and Jesus, help me out here. And the Thunder played an amazing game that went into overtime. The Stars struggled. It was half the fun. Jokic was missing shots all over the place. SGA didn't attempt a field goal attempt in overtime. I think he only might have hit one shot in the fourth quarter. Jokic went cold, especially from 3. But Jokic did obviously get 20 points. Gordon with 20-plus points. Jamal Murray with 20-plus points. And I believe Michael Porter had 20 points. So, boom, that's like a hundo right there from 4 of your starters. And that carried them. Really, it was Jamal Murray late with some help from, Gordon. But that was a good game. That went to overtime. Tons of lead changes. So that was a good one if you're watching that. The winner of that series, in all likelihood, is going to make the finals. I don't know if the old men in San Francisco can pull it off. Curry's out. He's got a hammy. Thought we lost Ant-Man. He got stepped on. Same. I believe it was the same ankle that LeBron rolled up on in round 1, but he comes out fine. Just saw Karl Anthony Towns act like his left hand is hurting him, but he held the ball in it, and he keeps shooting. And I don't know. I think he's just playing up to the crowd and the atmosphere, but what do I know? Not a doctor. Just play one on TV. Speaking of the Knicks, right now, Game 3 is happening. They are down by like 22 at half or something. But they played pretty damn well in those second halves in Boston, coming back from 2 20-point deficits, take a 2-0 lead on the road. Boston is allergic to 2-pointers. They're allergic to driving. Jason Tatum is playing like it's a rec league. He's just chucking up threes. I don't know what's going on. And Porzingis had a little tummy ache, so he missed almost all of Game 1. I don't know what's going on with Boston, but they finally got their act together. They are looking to tie this series, bring it back to Boston 2-2. I believe they're going to finish this game out. Who knows? Save the footage, save the clip, save the audio. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe by the end of this day, it will be 3-0 Knicks. And all my nightmares will come true. That the Knicks have actually improved and they beat Boston. But I don't love Boston either, so I wish both these teams could lose, or just this series goes 9,000 games and the NBA has to be like, all right, we're moving on. Cleveland or Indy, you by default, you go to the finals to ultimately lose to whoever comes out of the West. But, so NBA has been good. The Curry injury is kind of a little black cloud over the Western Conference, but and the Cleveland's finally healthy. They pulled one back in Indy. That series is good. Lots of athletic bigs in that series. So I think Indy and or Cleveland will beat ultimately Boston. I think Boston just needed to wake the hell up. I think the athletic bigs, I think there's too much size with Indy and Cleveland. But we'll see. Maybe Tatum and Brown get their act together. Who knows? But I will shout out Mikal Bridges. Even though he's a Knick, he's been playing great. Lockdown D, huge shots, clutch shots. Everyone knows what Brunson's been doing. But Mikal Bridges, they traded 5 unprotected first-round picks for him. He's been getting a lot of crap, especially with like the rest talk. That was, like February or something, and saying that Tibbs needs to play more guys, or he needs more rest, whatever his point was with those remarks. He's shown up, and it's a big deal for the Knicks because playoff Cat, little kitty cat, playoff Cat is not a thing. It is a thing. He disappears. He's not consistent at all. And when he's missing, he is missing. And now he's got this hand thing. We'll see. I don't know. Clearly had the ball right in it at the free throw line and didn't grimace at all. I don't know. Cat, a little drama queen if you ask me, but whatever. Off-season basketball, the talk has already started. Apparently, Phoenix is not like Kendall Jenner, and they want to keep Devin Booker. They want to keep him around, but KD is up for grabs. It looks like the Wolves and Rockets, I believe, and the Heat are going to monitor that. I know Pat Riley did his state of the Heat address. The postseason press conference was yesterday. I didn't see it all, but I know he didn't apologize for not giving Jimmy Butler the extension, right? So I don't know if he's not apologizing for the ugliness that went down. Ultimately, Jimmy's still playing. There's a great shot to get to the Western Conference Final, to lead that team there now. That Curry's going to be out for probably 2 more games. Hopefully not much longer than that. But I don't know. We'll see. Pat Riley, he's got the resume. He can say whatever he wants, even though I think he's made mistakes in public, calling out players and whatnot. It's ended ugly with a bunch of Hall of Famers. So who knows? I'm not a Heat fan, but they did eliminate my Bulls again. So am I starting to get tired of the Heat? I don't know. Maybe. Come back to me when the season starts up again. Other big name that people think might get moved. People think there might be some frustration out of Giannis in Milwaukee. We've talked about that. Who knows? If you look at teams with picks, I guess it's Houston. Always going to be the Thunder. And look at Brooklyn. Thanks to the Knicks, Brooklyn is in a pretty damn good spot here. And Danny Ainge always collects picks right out in Utah, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Giannis and KD. I'm going to go NFL. I know it's off season, but Derek Carr has now retired as of today, leading his career to be just slightly better than his brothers. It did not end well. With poor play, big contracts, poor play, one MVP type season, and nothing really matched that. So glad that the Warplanes didn't sign him when it was either him or Rodgers, but honestly, the same result: losses, and now they're gone. So I don't know. I don't know how the Saints fans are gonna. I don't even know if they care. That guy wasn't leading you anywhere. No offense, Carr, but he played more like a scooter. So the other news out of the NFL: George Pickens gets traded. We'll finally have a quarterback. He'll be the number 2 down in Dallas. He is good. I think Dak will feed him. I think Dak will keep him happy. He's probably top 5 in the league hands-wise. Hands-wise, skill-wise, he's not there yet. Like route running and all that and separation, he's not as consistent as you'd like him to be. But opposite CeeDee Lamb, he's going to be fine. He's going to be very good in that offense as long as Dak stays upright and healthy. So we'll see how Schottenheimer uses him. But that should be a fun offense in Dallas if they can get a run game. And speaking of good hands, I shouldn't have let in of that. Speaking of someone who, again, I'll say it again, doesn't know that there's a category section on like Pornhub. Rightfully so, the Baltimore Ravens cut Justin Tucker. He's washed. He's a creep. They are saying it's football reason. Just be honest. Just no one's gonna care. Listen, you drafted a kicker. The writing was on the wall. You cut a creep who's over the hill, past his prime, played god awful last year. Good riddance, Justin Tucker. May you disappear, and may you get into the NFL Hall of Fame when you're very old and gray. So that's my NFL news and notes. Now we'll go to the diamond, the baseball diamond. Aaron friggin' Judge, huh? I mocked his captaincy of Team USA, but his numbers so far, nothing to laugh at. 12 bombs. As of today, and he's mid-game right now, is batting .393 after his first at-bat. It's the middle of May, pretty much. It's pretty damn good. And his OPS is 1.223 at last check. So 1,200 OPS. I believe Pete Alonso second. Polar Bear. Smacking the ball around. But Judge, I think if he sits out June, he's probably still going to win MVP. Pretty damn impressive what he's doing. So we'll see I know the Yankees have some bullpen issues, some starter depth questions. We'll see if they can, get past the Tigers and the usual suspects in the AL this year. And then Ohtani news came out that his agent said he could have got easily a 15-year deal in free agency. I believe it. I think the Dodgers would have signed him to a 40-year deal at like $5 million a year. So, and they would have deferred all of that till 2090 because MLB needs to check that out. I think if you have like a payroll the prior season of about 290, you shouldn't be allowed to defer anything. You want to give the Cincinnati Reds, we'll get to Pittsburgh. Well, you want to give the Kansas City Royals an option to defer because maybe they don't have that money like the Mets or something. I don't know. Baseball's got to do something because it's not fun to hear how bad the Rockies are and that they're on pace for like 20 wins total. That's not good. And then you have the other train wreck in Pittsburgh. Ooh. Fans falling from the crowd, from the stands. Apparently he had 2 beers. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if that was a attempt to injure himself. I didn't want to say the S word. Was that an attempt to hurt himself on dirt? Was he bombed? Or it came out he had two beers. What else was in his system? I don't know. That was this weird graphic video. If you want to go look for that, suit yourself. And then the Pirates also had an employee, like a security employee, gets into a fight with a fan. I had read he was sticking up for an employee that was harassed. So good for him. I saw the video. I didn't hear what was said. That was a wild scene. I don't know what's going to shake out with all that legally and with his job, but geez, they fire their manager. It's not looking good for my boy Skeens. They have good young talent on that pitching staff. I don't know what's going to happen in Pittsburgh. Then you had the drama with the wall, with the Roberto Clemente wall that they put an ad over. I believe it was Surfside, which I love. It's a great drink. I should not say them. They are not paying me. Surfside, mediocre drink. Unless you want to pony up some dollars, then maybe I'll change my mind. But Pittsburgh, yikes. Yikes. Maybe they should move to Tampa or Sacramento and get away from the sell the team chance that I believe happened everywhere. You mentioned the Pirates. I think the one night out thing in Pittsburgh, I think they believe they were chanting sell the team then, and that was like a month ago. So that's baseball. One more story. One more story. Rafael Devers, Boston, former third baseman. He's all up in arms. He famously now struck out like 16 of his first 19 at bats this year. He was lied to. I believe he was told that Bregman would come in and play second. Bregman's been their third baseman all year, and he's moved to DH. He is not a great third baseman. But this week, it was said that Boston would like him to move to first. And I think he said, hell to the no. Rafael Nevers, going to move to first. And then he had a meeting with ownership. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe he's not long for Boston. Very excellent hitter, all-star hitter. He's going to, when it's all said and done, he's going to have some really nice offensive stats. But will it be in Fenway? I don't know. We'll see. People will come calling, especially if there's an injury. Offense doesn't seem to be crazy this year. I don't know. I haven't looked at stats. Who gives a shit, right? That's for the nerds. All right, let's go to the ice. Like I said, Game 7s, we're here now, though, and we're well into the second round. Brad the Rat Marchand with a season-saving overtime goal last night for Florida Cats, Ice Cats. Survive overtime, survive Game 3. They could have been down that 3-0 hole to Toronto. Toronto turned a leaf. Turn over a leaf. Is that a thing? Is that a saying? A leaf? Turn a page? I don't know. No one's raking the Leafs out of the playoffs so soon this year. They are different. They made the goalie change, but now they have to go back to their starter, their original starter, because of an injury to Picard, right? So we'll see how that affects them in Game 4. But I mean, this team, if there's one team in this playoff that knows not to panic, to weather the storm, because they weathered the lightning. Get it? Storm? Yeah, I'll shut up. Well, I got to talk to my podcast, but you get the point. It's Florida. Florida knows how to win. Florida knows how to come back. Florida doesn't know a lead that intimidates them. So that's that series. 1-1 Canes and Devs. I don't like calling them the Devs. I regretted that as soon as that came out of my mouth. And then we have Edmonton marching, I think, right back to the final. They are just like the Terminator against this Vegas team. They're playing great. Nothing stifles them either. And then my Dallas Stars, they're only my Dallas Stars because I think they're going to win the Cup. That was my pick before the season. If you are a Potty Mouths podcast fan, please follow, share, subscribe. The Sports Roast. PMP is on ice for now, just like the NHL playoffs. But you can go watch old episodes with me and Vin and me solo, and me solo led to this show. So please go Sports Roast Pod. I'm on Blue Sky. I'm on Instagram. I am on TikTok, but I haven't done anything yet. Yikes! So that's a mistake. It's an admission of laziness, I guess. I also haven't had great content yet, not that I know of. Please tell me. Like, share, comment, subscribe, whatever. Do what you got to do to get more of me. It's always my line. Speaking of lines, I just plugged out the NHL lines. I was going to go somewhere. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Speaking of lines, how's about this? All right, I know. All right, here's my transition. Speaking of lines and odds, the New York Islanders, my New York Islanders, I think I watched like 4 games this year. Probably under. They had a 3.5% chance of winning the NHL draft lottery, and boom, they won. Was the fix in because they lost the All-Star game? Was the fix in because they respect Lou? Because Bettman wants viewership, and the Flyers suck, and the Rangers suck, and they need an East Coast powerhouse? Was the fix in? Were those ping pong balls a little heavier or lighter, whichever way would work? I don't think so, but 3.5% chance the New York Islanders win the draft lottery. The image is up on YouTube for the viewers. The Islanders coming first. The Sharks second. The Blackhawks third. The Utah, I believe they're the Mammoth now. Real missed opportunity with the Yeti. That would have been cool. And now they just do Mammoth. You could have had a great mascot with the Yeti. And what, you can have like an elephant mascot walking around on 2 legs. Mammoth thing. Oh, stupid. And then the Predators. The Nashville Justin Tuckers. The Predators. They are 5th. And the rest you can look up yourself. But yeah, so the Islanders, 3.5% chance. They win the lottery. They also now have a 3.2% chance to win a Stanley Cup in the next decade. So I don't know if that's true, but it feels like that. So we'll see what the Islanders do. They don't have a GM, but they have the first pick. And speaking of Predators and whatever the hell you want to call it, mustaches, Joel Quenneville was hired by the Ducks. Kind of got overshadowed by Dap, new Pope. But, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. You look it up yourselves. He was involved with a very serious scandal. He was banned. He had to be reinstated by Bettman. And the Ducks hire a winner, Stanley Cup trophy winning coach. Can't deny that. He wins wherever he goes. But he has some bad stuff that happened under his watch with his players, and who knows? So, I don't know. There were other coaches. Well, there's Sullivan and whoever the Rangers fired every 2 years. They're always available. But whatever. That's what the Ducks wanted to do. They didn't give a duck, so why should we, I guess. All right, so that's NHL. Good series happening, going on. The Ducks get a coach. Who's still looking? I believe the Rangers are still looking. Rob Blake out as GM of the Kings. Kind of surprising. He's put a good team out there together, so we'll see what happens out in L.A. And then, speaking of ugliness and evil, talk about the devil, and he lives in hell, right? Hell has frozen because Harry Kane got a friggin' trophy. Harry friggin' Kane got a trophy as Bayern Munich wins the Bundesliga. And Harry Kane, well, he didn't play in the game. He was certainly lighting up cigars on social media. He wins a friggin' trophy. Speaking of his stupid former team, Tottenham, they are in the Europa League final. I believe it's May 21st, the final. Could be wrong about that. Who knows? No one watches this podcast. If you like me, tell your friends. If you are my friend, thanks for the listen and thanks for the watch. If you're find me, however, give a follow, subscribe, like, comment, share. But Tottenham, boo. They will play Man U in the Europa League final. I believe it's May 21st. So that is something to watch. Will Tottenham get a friggin' trophy the same year that Arsenal gets shut out of trophy when having a light years better roster? But stupid red cards, injuries really hampered this Arsenal season. They go down in the Champions League semis to stupid PSG, who loses Neymar, loses Messi, loses Mbappe. because Neymar's in that, 3 of the 30 best soccer players of all time, maybe. I don't know if I'm giving Neymar too much credit there, but Mbappe and Messi are ridiculous. So, and they get better. They gel. So they beat Arsenal, and they play my rivals, Inter Milan. So I will not be watching the Champions League final, even though it's probably going to be very, very good. That Inter matchup with Barca was ridiculous. There was a goal, like you looked away, you missed the goal or two. So it was very entertaining. Should be a good one. See who wins that. I might sit that one out and just watch the highlights on the YouTube. Who knows? But anyway, that's your little soccer catch up here. And then last thing I'm going to hit you with is every May, I believe it's always the first Monday in May. It's the Met Gala. And that's where me and my Met fan friends go, and we pray to the altar of Piazza, and we bring up old stories about Jorge Toca, Lastings Millage, and we pray to the God of Tom Seaver, and we wear our David Wright sweatshirts, and we pull up our Mr. Met pajama pants. I don't know why they'd be down, so I take that back. No, the Met Gala is not a Met fan shrine thing. It's where really rich people go to a really fancy party to drink. I don't know. I guess they raise money for shit. I don't know what's going on. But some athletes did attend as usual. So if you're watching on YouTube, I'm just going to show you some pics. Look at a little bit of the fashion. I don't have even full body pics here, but Jalen Hurts was there. Obviously, Super Bowl winning quarterback with his lovely, I believe, wife, maybe fiance. I don't know. Lovely, whoever she is. She's gorgeous. So Jalen Hurts was in attendance, looking sharp. There's always a theme to this thing. If you're not up on it, there's always a theme. So they're trying to match the fashion with the theme. I believe the theme was like old Harlem. I believe it was for Harlem the city, or maybe it was for an African American fashion designer that might have passed. I don't know. Who gave me a microphone? Anyway, Saquon Barkley was there, looking sharp. Nice watch. Simple. He kept it simple. KIS. Keep it simple. So, and then we have the snack of all snacks, Joey Burrow. Row, little kitty cat. Good looking dude. That's my quarterback. And he looked like he went solo. Looked like Saquon went solo. I don't know how that works. I don't know if their girlfriends or wives are inside. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, Angel Reese. I believe this is her second consecutive year. Looking great. Also, Brianna Stewart was there. Sabrina Ionescu. So the WNBA had a nice representation. So, yeah, Angel Reese adding celebrity to her bag of noteworthy accomplishments. I don't know where I was going with that. Great player. Look forward to watching some Sky games this year with her and Haley Van Lith. Simone Biles with her boyfriend who plays on, I believe he's still on Houston. Owens. He's never on my fantasy team, so I don't know his full name. But good looking dude. They look great too. Simone Biles was in attendance. And then the Williams sisters, Venus and Serena. Serena always looked good to me. Big fan of her. On the court, off the court. You go, Serena. You go. So that's all I got for you. Finish a little Met Gala. And then I'll come back at you with some more stuff. More nonsense. Hopefully some laughs. Maybe I give you some knowledge. Maybe I informed you. 393 take like 200 points off. Oh. Anyway. Have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day.